Ing.
All right. Well, it's good. It's on now.
Dave Jack's punishing himself by muting.
Well,
All right, I'm
I
back.
will. Yes, everybody, hello, welcome to Monday night and another episode of the Critical Fail. We are the Critical Fail. We are a group of veteran and some novice role players. We are doing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Descent into Avernus, which we also just like to call Another Day in Hell. I am the Dungeon Master. My name's Mark. I also Dungeon Mastered the last campaign that we did called Everyone Dies, in case you saw that one. That was a super short little campaign, took only 8 years to finish. And children were born, jobs were lost, and presidents were there and gone, countries collapsed. All the while, we just played our merry little fucking game. It was awesome. Hopefully, we could do it again. Right now, I'm not sure exactly which episode we're on, but our characters are basically they have gone through Duke Thalmara Van Thamper's manor. She was nowhere to be found, but they did manage to kill one of her sons, Thirstwell, sort of a decrepit kind of a invalid who had like a little army of imps that he used as his eyes and ears around the city. Here, let me. Hold on. I've got a picture of him. Where is good old Thirstwell? Thirstwell, there he is. So that's the guy. And he had an infernal puzzle box on him, which the characters picked up. Now, there's no telling what's inside, but hopefully they will find that out. They also they met with and got some information from his brother Mortlock, who basically gave information useful to the players against his own family because his family tried to murder him. Let's see, what else do we have? They also met with, kidnapped, and were dragging around the Van Thamper Manor one Amric Van Thamper, the third of the Van Thamper brothers, who is right there. And these are all the three sons of Duke Thalmara Van Thamper. She is one of the Dukes of Baldur's Gate, of which there are four. The other three being
Dukes of Thamper.
Hune, Elder Ravengard, and the fourth one is unimportant. I've got his name here somewhere, but I want my pencil. But there is a fourth Duke. Now, the characters again, they went down. They found a temple to some sort of devil worshipping cult beneath the manor. They
evil.
killed a bunch of cultists, including some actual devils that looked like. Where is it? This guy here.
Better not be a picture of me.
This here guy, a barbed devil, and then there was a smaller version of that.
A barbed
they also
devil.
ran into. Now they have also now found a. Oh yeah, Thunder in the Morning is also who we're missing. Because
no, he's here. He just ran to go do something.
Oh, that's right. He's cooking. But he found this little adorable guy, the family cat named Slobberchops, who is a winged cat.
It's my new familiar, because I'm
yes.
going to become something that needs a familiar.
Like, had no reason to do that before, but now this is your new life quest. I wanted it for all my life for the last 15 minutes. And let's see. I believe that kind of brings us up to where we are right now. We are in the manor. Guards have been dispatched.
I thought we were up at the.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's right. Yeah. Sorry. I forgot. Yes.
Rhea
Stop moving me around. That's not where I was. I saw that. I got moved.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just gathering up these tokens here. Gathering tokens so that I can get everybody together, so that I can hopefully move
Yeah,
everybody.
the gathering of the tokens.
Haha, tokens. Again,
Now that
my
we have
poor computer.
assembled our list of the dramatis persona, we'll have one last look, and I will delete them. Bye-bye.
Okay. Now, our characters had set up that's right, I'd forgotten, the very last thing that we did, I believe, and I made a note of this myself. Yes, PCs in Upper City and horses sent around to Basilisk Gate, rendezvous at Basilisk Gate to head to Little Calimshan. So the characters are looking for a safe place to spend the night, away from prying eyes and the possibility of some angry
Thanks for
flaming,
subbing, Grin and Floyd.
traitor flaming fist people that might be coming after them.
Oh, thanks for your
and
gift, Badger on the Green.
Oh,
thank you for
awesome.
gifts. We enjoy gifts. But that basically brings us to where we're at now. Our characters did send horses around. As Baldur's Gate has this interesting rule: no beasts of burden, no horses, donkeys, mules, or other types of animals are allowed within the city gates unless you are part of the city watch in the Upper City. Now, that is the hard and fast rule for the lay people. However, they managed to procure these horses. These are draft horses at the Van Thamper Manor, because the manors usually have large grounds that need taken care of, and that can be they are allowed to do and house animals of horses and stuff like that on their own property. They're just not allowed throughout the main city. So our characters are going around the gate, and so here, let's go to Baldur's City Gate here, and let's move everybody. Boom.
Now my eyes hurt. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's taking a while. It looks kind of like a Jackson Pollock painting to me right now. It's all super low res.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I got it.
Thank
All
you
right.
for the sub, Badger on the Green.
So here is where our characters drop the horses off. Basically at Blackgate, outside Black Dragon Gate, which is a sort of outer city area, and most specifically at Garenmore Stables. And Garenmore Stables actually has a number of outfits throughout the city, as you will see, including right over here. There's another Garenmore Stables and Menagerie outside Basilisk Gate. Now, again, they're going through.
The NPCs sing with me, we don't need the NPCs,
Rule number 1, do not eat NPCs. Rule number 2, do not eat NPCs.
That is when we would, dress in a full suit of armor and fight. Yeah.
Sweet.
Fight!
Hello,
Are you not
everybody.
entertained? Hello, people.
You and him fight.
Let's you and him fight. Welcome back to another campfire edition of the Critical Fail.
Critical fail.
Today we're going to be painting happy little trees with happy little squirrels sitting right in there. But don't tell anybody about that squirrel, or I'll come to your house and I'll fucking cut you. All right. Welcome. We are the Critical Fails. We sometimes play Dungeons and Dragons, most of the time just bullshit and make dick and fart jokes. But
I wonder why Mark watches it.
if that doesn't adequately prepare you for the fiasco that's about to ensue, I have no idea what can. So my name is Mark. I'm the Dungeon Master. We are currently making our way through the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition version of Descent into Avernus, which with virtual backgrounds does not want to. Ah, there it is. Hey, and now for my next trick, disappear. Woo. Our characters are currently at 5th level. They are at Candlekeep. They have inquired with the minds and the scholars within about the 9 planes of hell and infernal puzzle boxes, hierarchy of different devils and demons, the blood war, all sorts of things foul and nefarious. They are here. I'll quickly throw up some of the people that you might see this evening. So one of them is this lass. This is Silvira Savikas. She is a resident researcher and scholar at Candlekeep. She is an expert in all things related to the 9 hells. She is she actually has. She unlocked the puzzle box that the characters brought, and inside had.
I got it started for.
And yeah, that's right. Well, I loosened it.
I loosened it. Yeah.
Open this jar.
That's right. Inside revealed the nefarious plans of the former leader of El Terrell to basically sacrifice the city in order to, well, it was sacrifice the city to save the city. The city had been overrun by vampires and undead, a master vampire having infiltrated the highest ranks of the Elturan court. And the city was basically under siege by the undead. It was like 2 weeks of absolute carnage and damnation before the High Rider, or sorry, not the High Rider, it was the High Priest of Torm. She basically cut a deal with a archdevil to banish the undead by summoning a basically what ended up being a trapped solar, which is a celestial being in sort of a mini sun, and the radiant light destroyed or banished all of the undead. Which brings us to this little guy here. Now, his name is Traxigor. He looks like a sea otter, wearing human little monk robes. He said at one point he was a very powerful and handsome wizard, but got polymorphed into a sea otter, and he just said he quite honestly prefers this form. And he is an expert. He knows about the nine layers of hell, about but is especially learned and a master of extraplanar travel and extraplanar dimensions. So he was able to gift the PCs with a portable hole that did have some asterisks and some user discrepancy. Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball. If Happy Fun Ball begins to smoke, cover your head and seek shelter. Let's see, what else do we have? We have, so you may see this character pop up. This is Slobber Chops. This is the tiny cat with no hat that sits on the shoulders of the larger cat with no hat. As well as this happy critter, Lulu. Don't let Lulu's sort of benign little form fool you. They said that at one point they were the war steed of what's her face? The chick.
That's Zariel, right?
There we go. Yeah, Zariel.
I'll
when
take
they
inspiration for 1,000,
Thank
Alex.
you. There you go. You can have inspiration for that one. That was the easiest inspiration you'll get. But Zariel was writing upon Lulu, who said Lulu can turn into the form of a gigantic, fierce, woolly mammoth, and only wants to stomp on bad guys. Now, then we also have this. Where is it? Oh, it's under items. Nope. This here item, the golden shield, our researchers and scholars have informed the characters that this is none other than it at least embodies it to some extent or form the soul or the entity of Gargoeth, who was at one point one of the rulers of one of the 9 layers of hell. So a very powerful being who totally hasn't been talking to anybody while everybody else's backs are turned. The
Creepy
shield is
too. It looks like it follows you around, like its eyes track you.
Now you're like,
it watches
fucker. It's currently in the possession of Thunder. We'll get to who that is in a second.
That is correct. Thunder has a shield that is golden, looks like that one. Whether it is the real shield or not, we'll see.
Right. Did you say the shield is gold and looks like Alan?
Possibly. Well, I mean,
being that he is half orcish. Oh yes, we're still waiting for Elan, yeah. But while we're waiting, let's dive right into our character introductions. Alanya. So, if anybody has any questions for the DM during the game on Twitch chat, I very rarely get a chance to actually go through and read the Twitch chat while I'm DMing. I'm usually so busy herding cats that I don't get to see it. So if you could address it to one of the other characters that you see here, and then hopefully they will get my attention and let me know that someone has a question. So again, my name's Mark. Thank you for joining us on this epic night of adventure and hobo slaying. And I will start this round of Celebrity Squares with the character that I see that is right over there. He's an elf. He's a drow. He's a drelf.
That's like half the party, man.
I know. I could actually do this. I'm like, oh. But let's start things rolling with the one and only Lucius.
Oh, thank you very much. My name is Lucius Devalin. I'm half-elven with some drow lineage, as he said. I hail from the streets of Calimshan, where I was an orphan. Was collected from the streets by House Elrond, given an education and a place in society, and now I serve at the leisure of Her Highness. Riss, why don't you tell him what you do?
Indeed. I am Riss, who is played by the ignoramus Marcus. His appropriate Roman title. I am a drow, and I value knowledge, strategy, history, arcane, and art. And with that, I shall pass to Jeroen.
Hello, my name is Jay, and I am Jaren Kincaid, also known as the Hellhound. His job is to find and track people down. He did that for his family, a very large network of folks in part of Faerun that sort of mercenary agent for hire, consultants, if you will. His family trapped a lot in the plains, so he knows a fair amount about what's going on the fiendish side, a little bit less so on the celestial side. He is the last person you want coming after you. With that, I will turn it over to perhaps the star of the show tonight. May he forever reign, Peregrine Ghostwind.
I'm Greg.
Pacifist.
I'm Greg, and I play Peregrine Ghostwind, also known as Grin, a human fighter, sailor of the seven seas, a former
Taker of no shit.
I'm a
Gang
former
leader
pirate.
of fuck around and find out.
I'm a former pirate, and you can't spell pirate without irate, which is exactly how Grin is feeling at the moment.
Holy shit.
And I will turn it over to the subject of my irritation, Mordecai.
What?
What? What are you talking
He's
about?
so friendly.
Oh,
I thought we were good buds.
What did I ever do to you?
I was just downstairs having a drink. Somebody decided to overreact, and all of a sudden, I'm to blame. I am a tiefling from the streets. I know nothing but struggle my entire life. Abandoned, left, orphaned from a young age. All I've known is want and desire. And so temptation has called me this one time, and maybe I gave into it just a bit. And suddenly I'm the public enemy number one. My good people of the jury, I ask you to look inside of your hearts and see me for what I am, as truly a victim in this situation. And with this, I'll pass it over to my good friend Thunder in the morning.
I am the Thunder in the morning. I am the Tabaxi Paladin that is slowly going feral.
We all are.
He's gone native.
My mind, looting my mind. I get to carry the shield and the sword of justice. At the same time, I like to. What?
You got the shield back. That's amazing, man.
I'm
so happy
my
for you.
shield back. The shield is my friend. We work together. Together we do mating things. We will be doing things. As long as Jarwin don't take the shield from me again and throw the net on me. I don't like the net on me. I am a paladin. I am captain of the guard for the Lady Elsa Iltan. And we do the birthday party when everybody turn traitor on us. And we are fighting for the rightful heir of the city descent into Abernus. Oh, the kitty on my shoulder can fly. That's all.
True. And may or may not have a higher IQ than the
Absolutely
kitty.
has a higher IQ
than the kitty that he perches on. We call it the Master Blaster. That's really the dynamic going on there.
But their hat game is on equal ground.
That's right. Our cat could not get a hat, so now our cat wears a cat as a hat. It's a cat with a cat hat. The cat just perches on his head, and with the wings, it looks like he's got a winged cat hat. All right, but let's jump right into. All right. So, oops. Why is my cursor's going bananas? All right. So when I bring everybody to the new map, I've got your tokens here, but I think it was from before the long rest. So here, let's go. There we go. And hopefully everybody is with me.
Till the end.
Yes. Let's see, I think we got the map in the background there somewhere, perhaps.
Are you guys serious about having Lulu ride on Rissa's shoulders?
Lulu?
Mm-hmm.
Lulu's like an elephant or something.
Yeah, but it's small. You know, you can get up there.
Are you talking about a little otter dude?
No,
Small
he's talking about Lulu.
No,
Lulu.
yeah. Oh, that would be
talking about
adorable.
About
Have
Lulu.
have Traxagor ride around on Lulu, and then like have them do races and like little puppet
Lord.
shows. Be like, oh, wait, you've seen the Bard perform, but wait till you see the next act. We've got a mini otter riding around in a mini elephant.
Let's have one on either shoulder.
Does everybody see where their characters are? Oh, and Jaren, just let me know in chat. I forget whether or not you have dark vision, or you can tell me.
I do. I've got Devil's Sight.
Okay, and that is
Of course you do. Of course the paladin has Devil's Sight.
Is that 60 feet?
Hold on. It's a
in the
long
dark.
fucking way, but I also can see in magical darkness as well.
Are we in a room or a hallway? I'm a little confused on where we're.
This is a hallway. Yeah, this is a big old.
We're right outside of Thunder's room, then, right?
Am I in the right spot?
Is that like below me or something? Maybe.
I see no other characters.
Yes, you are in your room.
Okay.
So characters that are in rooms are in rooms. Lucius is wandering around from room to room. Where am I? What's going on? Let's see.
Well, I thought maybe the other characters were like somewhere outside of my room or something like that, and I just somehow ended up there based on placement when you pulled us to the new map.
No.
Hey.
Yeah, you're.
Hey, Mark, I see normally in darkness as I would in bright daylight.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
100.
bright. It's something like that. Whatever the
20.
standard.
60 is standard. I know Drow get, I think, 120.
120, yeah.
Well, motherfuckers can see everything.
Well,
In pitch blackness, just need a little bit of light.
it's just kind of the way we grew up. Well, not me, but I still inherited the racial thing.
That's right. You merely adopted the darkness. I was born to it. Interesting choice of accent. Certainly made it memorable.
Yeah. Awesome.
I say.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. If Bane would be like,
Foghorn Leghorn.
why? You only adopted the darkness. I was born to it.
I said born.
I said I was born to it. All right. So I believe everybody can hopefully see their characters now. Oh yeah, and make sure that again, I pulled this all from the last battle map, so I think people's hit points and things like that, any sort of effects that might be going on are definitely no longer active.
Grab my character sheet hit points, at least seem to.
Oh, okay, good deal. Let's do this.
Well, just gonna do all of this to us, and like he's gonna stop at like first round. Something dumb is gonna happen.
Where? I have to back way out of the map to figure out where I'm.
Okay, cool. Coolsies. All right. All right. So the characters basically are awoken from a sound slumber following the sound of the loud crack and bang as it sounds as though a wall has been burst through or a door has been kicked in with a hellacious boom. Then you also hear somebody scream the name Mordecai. There sounds like there is heated talk happening in the hallway.
Wouldn't be the first time my name was yelled in the middle of the night.
And you hear another shortly thereafter, another loud explosive boom. Those of you who know, because you have been traveling with him for quite a while now, recognize this as the boom from Grin's gun, his pistol. And now, hold on, because we're about to do. There we go. Everybody, select your tokens, and roll initiative.
Initiative.
But yeah, I think my thing would precede technically. I think, right?
What?
Hey, Mark, I can't see mine yet. Yeah, it's just kind of it's like a grayed out thing. It's like it's in shadow or something.
Oh, that's because hold on. The Devil's Sight has got a default tint color, so here let's do how do I do nothing? Where is just nothing? Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, you can see what's in your room and out the window. But then everything else that the other characters have seen, it looks grayed out. So it's information that like it would be considered party information. Like if you guys were in a dungeon or something like that, you don't have to go back to it to see what's there, because it's called Explorer mode. But it's yeah. It's
so I was right, but I was in the hallway.
Oh, were you? Well, let's put you.
Remember, I'd walk to the hallway and say, "What the fuck is going on in here?"
Right. What in the shit?
So so before going too far here, so immediately after Grin shot Mordecai, I glare at Mordecai and say, "Stay out of my life, imp. This is the only warning you'll get."
Wait, who'd you say that to?
Mordecai.
Oh no, you're not going to shoot him again?
Depends.
Okay, all right.
All right. Well, I mean, okay. So if that's what you say, then I will hold that. I will hold that reaction.
Yeah, I'm kind of like it. Yeah.
Because that changes the kind of situation.
True. But definitely good to know. So that happens.
And I'll just be putting my hands up like, hold on, whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Someone tell that bitch be cool.
Why did everything pop up twice?
She said it's okay. She said we're cool. She said we're fine. She said she knows somebody we can take care of it.
There's still a dead body in the hallway.
It's just a bar winch.
Just a bar winch. Lower life form.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to work out that way.
They get sacrificed in cult rituals all the time.
Hey, so far said it's cool.
What happened to the initiative?
My computer sucks, so I bring up turn order, and it's like, oh, everything's fine, everything's good to go. So I'm like, everybody rolled, and all of a sudden it goes, here's all the last turn orders from the last battle. So then when you all rolled, it just populated extra. So I was like, fucking A. Yeah, so I'm just like, son of a fuck. Here, so now I'm just gonna go in and manually add turns here to.
Well, do we even need to now? If
oh yeah.
Oh no, we all came for the show.
Fine.
Goddamn,
that's right.
That's fine.
There's gonna be a fight. I want to see a fight.
Ain't no party like a thunder party, because a thunder party is mandatory.
Right now.
All right, so let's see.
Thunder doesn't unsling that fucking weapon unless he's going to use it.
That's right.
This was 21.
Thank you. Riz is 21.
I'm just standing in the back with my hand on Risk.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So, yeah, Thunder, I am sure is probably just to let you know. I was thinking your character would probably be a little confused because from Thunder's point of view, what happened was there was a knock at your door, and uh, the you went to open the door and you see Silvira Savicus, or Silvira Savicus at the door, and she was like, oh, pardon me, I don't mean to interrupt, but before you go tomorrow, I need to do a little more research on the shield. And you're like, wait, why you need shield? She's like, I will give it back to you tomorrow. I have already given this to you once. Please, I just need a little more time to research. And as you were like going, okay, then you watched as another Silvira Savicus came up behind the one you're talking to and taps her on the shoulder and was like, and she said, is there anything that you would like to explain to me? And the first one that was at the door turned around and said, oh, well, this is awkward. And yeah. And
What makes you say that?
Yeah. At one point, then she snapped her fingers, and all of a sudden Mordecai appeared back in his regular form. And it was like, oh,
shoot him,
get him.
So that's where we ended.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then, so while that was going on, well, here I'll leave that for Grin, because he's the only one who has intimate knowledge of exactly what happened from his point of view. Jaren got a 12. Sorry.
So Thunder would have seen. So yeah, so she would have. Silvira would have been talking to Thunder, and then suddenly another Silvira comes up behind Silvira and taps her on the shoulder and says, is there something you need to explain? And then the Silvira that you had originally been talking to suddenly turns into Mordecai.
Yeah.
Then you hear a really loud bang.
Right.
Really close by. And you hear someone yell, Mordecai. And then you hear sort of you hear some shuffling, then you hear another loud bang. And then you see the real Silvira tells Mordecai to stay put, and she goes towards the noise. And then you hear another loud bang, and that's, wait a minute, no. She tells Mordecai to stay put, and then you see.
Grin comes running up, and he was like, he said something like, he's like, that's it, Mordecai. He's like, you fucking pushed me too far this time. And you like raises his gun and points it at Mordecai, and Silvira is like, hey, hold on, please. Like, I'm not trying to stop you, but this guy was impersonating me. I have some serious questions I need answered before you do anything. And so Peregrine's like, all right, ask away. And then so she starts asking him, like, what the fuck are you doing? Trying to look like, impersonating me. To which Mordecai was like, well, I wanted to, talk to the shield. All right, at first Mordecai was just like, I was just having some fun. And she's like, no, try again.
That wasn't a lie.
And he was like, well, she was like, you specifically were asking him for the shield. Why? And he's like, oh, well, the shield was talking to me, or it started talking to me before. I just wanted to see what else I had to say because I thought it might have some useful information. At which point she was like, okay, well, what were you going to do with that information? He was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it was going to say. And she said, listen, like, I don't know how, how the rest of you want to handle this. Like, but this is very disturbing to me that one of your own party members would impersonate a member of the, Candlekeep, scholars, in order to try to gain access to a very powerful, very corrupting and evil, sentient, magical item. Like, she's like, I'm like, where you guys are going, I think he might actually be very useful. However, it's up to you to judge use versus threat, And so she was like, I'm you know, she was like, I'm satisfied with his answers. It seems like he is being
We're not
honest.
excited.
Right. He's being honest. He did literally just want to talk to the Shield some more to find out what Morta had to say. And then at that point, then she was like, she goes, well, it is unfortunate the girl had to die. And Grin was like, oh, that's okay. He'll share in her fate. And then just pulled the trigger and blasted Mordecai straight in the chest, knocking him off his feet.
And then I said, stay out of my love life. This is the only warning you'll.
Is there anything that we've seen that would lead us to believe that Savicus would, like, I in my head, I think she is much more upset that we just smoked an employee of hers, or is she very okay with this?
She said no. She was like, listen. She goes, this is an absolute tragedy. It's horrible that this happened. She goes, I don't believe, given the circumstances. She said, I had heard that, you know, there was somebody, you know, impersonating people about, and actually, you know, Grin had mentioned that as well. So the fact that he acted, you know, perhaps he overreacted, but given the situation and knowing that there is somebody impersonating people possibly with foul intent, it's not completely unforeseeable or unforgivable.
Depends on our definition of foul.
Right. Possibly foul intent. So she's like, you know, she says, I believe that this was this girl was the Crofter's daughter. She's like, we can settle this. Like, this is, again, it's unfortunate, but this can be, you know, accidents happen around Candlekeep occasionally due to the nature of the volatile work that we end up being involved in. You know, her family will be compensated, and you know, her sacrifice hopefully will not be in vain, as it seems like your party is off to engage on endeavors that have more than just the importance of, you know, a single person, no matter how brave, noble, forthright, or ordinary. So she definitely seems like she's not super thrilled with it, but given the circumstances, you know, she was like, someone told me earlier that there's, you know, there's somebody going around impersonating people. So, you know, a possible doppelganger. And so for Grin to have the reaction he did, she was like, you know, yes, he possibly did overreact, but, you know, he does not have the same access to, you know, the arcane that many of us here do. Is
the rest of the party there yet?
So who's here?
Are we savvy?
This is just a recap from the little conversation that they were having. So we have Lucius. Right now, we are at the point. You see Mordecai. He's laying down on the ground, going, "Ow!"
Where is he?
Mordecai is right here.
Yeah, I still can't see anything.
Hold
Outside
on.
of your room somewhere.
There we go. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's go to. I can go to.
I was in the other room.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I went out the back door instead of the front door. Got it.
Yes. There we go. I'll delete that. We don't need that.
I'm going to pull the shield off my back now, and
sweet.
Master Sylvana, is this that shield? Is this that shield? Because I haven't heard the shield talking to me recently either.
You're asking her, is this the shield? She says, "Oui, this is the shield of Gargoth. It is the one that I had done my research on. But no, I entrust it to your care. I believe that, as we had discussed earlier, possibly when you get to Avernus, you can take the shield and cast it into the river Styx,
River. Yeah.
and this might be enough to destroy the shield and the spirit it embodies. The
Got it.
collapsing
I'm gonna.
of the.
That's cool. I'm gonna take the shield. I'm gonna smack Mordecai right on the top of the head with it because he tried to trick me.
Nice. Bong.
Just bam.
Hold on.
It's like 1d6.
Yeah. It's hold on. It's actually we are still in turn order. So let's do Lucius. Lucius, you were the first to act.
I did my action while you guys were talking. I walked over and cast Cure Light Wounds on Mordecai.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then I leaned over and whispered
Bullshit.
Yeah. And Riz, it is your turn.
And we're aware of what went down, overhearing Silvira and.
You probably did not. No, you're walking out into seeing Mordecai on the ground, smoking, wound on his chest. Grin standing over him, like, yeah. Say what again, motherfucker? Say what one more goddamn time. Silvira is there. Thunder's looking quite confused.
I'm
And
pissed off.
yeah.
My own party's trying to trick me.
If I'm unaware, then I will just stand over here by the wall and observe.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Silvira is going to hold her action. Mordecai, what would you like to do?
So I haven't been bonked on the head yet, correct?
Not yet. No.
Bonk him first. Bonk him first.
Not yet, but you know it's coming. He's looking at you with that intent,
I took the shield off my back.
Go ahead, motherfucker. Impersonate someone else. Go ahead. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Just gonna hug the wall. Walk this way. Is my room this way? I don't even know.
Your room was actually this one right here.
Oh, okay.
I would step in front of him if I could.
Oh, that's the one with the door down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does he walk past? Does he walk past Grin?
Look, well, he's I mean,
opportunity attack.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of moving around.
Your threatened area.
Right. I'm assuming he's probably moving in a serpentine pattern.
Yeah, I said I was hugging the wall, walking around.
Right.
I'm gonna attempt to pick my door back up and kind of like lean it against the door frame a little bit.
Like I know he goes before me, but like I don't want to let him into his room.
Okay.
Then I'll disengage as to not threaten, and then make it in there before him.
I would also kind of intercept, just keeping everybody.
It's
in
neither
this
of your
until
turns, so I don't know that either of you actually can.
Oh, I already went.
Oh yeah, he was holding. Yeah, he was holding and observing.
Yeah, nobody's leaving. I'm in the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
This family needs to communicate. We're having an emergency session right now.
This is an intervention. We feel like your actions are hurting yourself and your loved ones.
I mean, can I talk while he's walking? Can I talk to him? Can I say something to him?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You already said something.
I mean, I say to Mordecai, I'll sleep in your room. You can sleep in mine. Enjoy the company you've left there.
Cold-blooded.
Okay, hold on. I'll start walking towards that room.
This reminds me of like the debate that's going to happen, like which one's Chris Rock, which one's Will Smith, like.
Yeah, right.
One guy cracked a joke, the other guy punched someone in the face.
Right. Turn order. So now we got Mordecai is probably making the walk of shame back to his room.
He has not quite made it past it.
Right, Jaren, it is now your turn.
At this point,
Lucius
will look
removes
at-
his flute. Wah, wah, wah. Sorry.
that's all right. That was actually pretty good. I'll look at Mordecai, and then I'll look back over to Grin, and then back over to Mordecai, and then I'll apparate the hunter's glaive into my hand with a cloud of smoke and mist, just instantaneously forming the glaive. And I'll look at them both one more time. Both of you will forfeit 50% of your gold immediately to the family of the girl that's dead. You will also forfeit 50% of any findings that we make if we survive the trip to Avernus to the girl's family. If you disagree with this, you can take it up with me right now.
I say,
Statistically speaking,
Mordecai,
I have an
Mordecai
issue
is
with this.
responsible. Mordecai is responsible for the girl's death.
Okay. Jaren will cast darkness on himself. That's a 30-foot bubble of magical darkness.
Bubble of magical darkness.
That was a bonus action.
Zoom.
And for Jaren's action, he will utilize the Chains of Vengeance to grab Grin and throw him into Mordecai.
Throw me into a what? Throw me
And
into
I'll
a
make an athletics check for that.
Wait, no, what was the throw him into the what? I'm with him on that one. What was that?
Into
Throw me into
Mordecai.
Yep.
Okay.
Throw me
Okay.
into Mordecai.
Okay.
Let me make an athletics check. Give me a second, brother. And I should make this with advantage, and any attempts to evade it should be at a disadvantage since we're in magical darkness, I believe. But I will let the DM decide that.
Let's see now. Yes, if we're doing
I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Yeah. Yes, any sort of, if you are blind, condition of blind, conditions are, here we go. Blinded, automatically fail any check requiring sight. The disadvantage on attack rolls, attackers have advantage. Fail any check requiring sight. Well, that's not it. I
might not need sight.
Yeah, you might not, but I will still give them disadvantage because that would be weird as shit. You're just like, whoa, lights went off. Holy fuck, what the fuck's happening? You're like, something's wrapping around me. So yes, that means Grin, you need to make a contested, you need to make a grapple check. So escaping your grapple, you get to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Ooh, good one. Probably got a pretty high dex.
And do I have disadvantage or something, or just
You do.
Jaren? Oh.
You do have disadvantage, yeah, unless you can see through magical darkness. Ooh. So
I
13.
will. All right. If I have disadvantage and I use inspiration, does
it'll give you the 23 which you originally rolled.
Okay, I'll do that.
Gotcha. All right, so the chains go lashing out, and Grin, you can hear sort of the whistle as like as you've seen Jaren whip those chains around, and you're like shit, and you hop up onto like this. There's some nearby furniture. You hop up into the air, and I'll say you actually grab onto like one of the cross beams, and you can hear the chains go whipping around and like snap, and then they kind of retreat. That brings us to. Unless wait, Jaren, you did bonus action, you did action. Did you want to
I'll hold.
move?
I'm just gonna hold my last action in case anybody tries to move past me.
Gotcha.
How much dark? Where's the darkness and how big is it?
Can you do you not see it? I've got the hold on. Let's.
It's a 30-foot bubble centered on my location.
Okay.
I can't see anything. I still have the weird screen. So
Okay, so I could. So
Uh,
I saw.
well.
So like I saw chain fly out of the bubble.
Okay, so Grin, do you look to the right of your character?
Yeah, Grin, you're
Uh-huh.
in the bubble.
Yeah, you're in the
There's a
bubble.
little. There's like
It-
a light shadow.
yeah. It's
If you
yeah,
look at
Oh,
the
I
if you
see
look
it.
at the
Yep.
Twitch screen, you can see it real
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, yep, I see it now. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, Jaren, you can kind of see where the edge of your bubble goes. It ends right here. And then
I can't
right.
see anything on my screen, Mark. I just still got that like one shot of my room where it's all grayed out. I can see you pinging the icons, so I can see that when it does that though.
You could you might want to just try refreshing your browser, because
Yeah,
I have made multiple changes to your token now as far as vision and auras and things like that.
Yeah, no problem.
Mark, can I do a wisdom check or insight or passive just to be able to deduce what's going on so I'm not completely in the dark?
Yeah, your deduction, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen this shit building up for days now. You're like, oh,
Kind of
yep.
expecting it.
Yeah. Like legit, you're probably thinking, oh boy, this is yeah, this is probably a long time coming.
Okay.
There you go. So we've got Jaren.
Silvera.
And we have Darius
Initiative.
comes out. Why is the room completely black?
Have I been struck blind?
Does no one have a torch? Damn it. Where's the lady Elsa? Is she in danger? I heard a large bang. Is everyone okay? Why can't I see anything? What is going on? Mordecai, are you doing this, Mordecai? Yeah, you can hear Darius, and then you hear a sort of a stumble, followed by a curse. You hear a wham! Shit! Who put this carpet here? As Darius trips over the carpet and is now prone on the ground. There we go. Grin, it is now your turn.
So I can't see anything, but I know where Mordecai's room was, so I will kind of feel my way to the room.
Okay.
Does darkness impede movement at all?
No. It's just you. Yeah, like it fails if you have to make any sort of ability check based on sight. Like if somebody's trying to trip you, you're gonna fail it.
Right. No, I basically just do the whole dark room, hands out, kind of slowly making my way towards the room.
Right. So I'm gonna say.
So you're gonna try to walk down the hallway?
I'm in this room in here.
He's in Mordecai's former room.
Okay, so he's trying to leave the room he was in, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is he gonna come within range of me?
No. He is shit. Are you still not seeing anything there?
No.
He's
it's okay. I'm just
he's
trying
a good
to
20 feet
Okay.
southeast of you.
That's cool. I was
Yeah,
about to say if he's within 10 feet of me, I was gonna put him on the ground.
No, you are you're basically still playing linebacker right in the middle of the hallway that leads to the stairs.
Grin's, can you see the little pink arrow?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Grin's going.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That's pretty up. I didn't know you could do the arrow like that. That's pretty cool.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's the measure tool.
Oh, that's
fourth
oh,
from
that's
the
what
top.
that's the I get it.
It's
Yes.
the little, yeah, it's the little toothy, the little.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be super handy. I didn't even realize you could do that.
Yeah. If you're ever wondering exactly how far, and then if you want to know like how far, but you don't want to, what is it? You hold down Alt, and then it doesn't snap, so you can go 12.1 feet, 13.4 feet, 14.6 feet. There, yeah, I don't know. So if you can see all that,
Halfway to the size of my Johnson.
That's what I
Right.
say. It's harder to round up when you use that measurement, though.
yeah, right. Because if you that's if you hold down Alt. If you don't hold down Alt, it's going to snap immediately to the full square length. But if you hold down Alt, then you get to use exactly,
Are we
Anyway.
still going to fight our own guy? I'm just.
Oh yeah. Oh, this shit seems like it's shit is bubbling. It
Fucking
is.
go.
It's
Let's
percolating.
go. Let's
Nobody's
Who's on
fighting
Mordecai's
anyone.
side?
Well,
Total party kill.
well, I don't know. I'm about to have to like kill two people because I still haven't got a fucking answer out of either one. One guy tried to talk shit. So.
Well, you did-
Both
no,
of them
you
went.
did-
He did it.
you did get an answer from Grin. Grin said Mordecai's killed her. That's what Grin's. That's the
He
answer.
definitely had a hand in it along with you.
You can take my share from Mordecai.
Okay.
And I go to the room and I sit on the bed.
That's good. Right, we got this. The doors over here open up, and inside is the Lady Elsa. And as the doors open up, you hear her immediately go. She says, "Thunder, Darius, Riz."
That's when I have the shield over my head about to bash Mordecai's head in.
She says, I can't see anything. Are you out there? What's going on? What's happening? Because, yeah, the darkness is like literally like as she opens the door, it's just pitch inky black, like a whole different dimension. So she's shouting out, what's going on? What's happening? Then we get to Thunder.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Where's Mordecai? Should be right here, right? Oh, he ran around. He ran from me, that little bastard.
I like this PvP combat seems to go a lot faster than regular combat. We should just fight each other all the time. I mean,
Yeah, I
We're in pitch black. You can't even see me. You have no idea where I am.
I can see in the dark. What are you talking about?
No.
No, this is different.
This
Dark.
is
This is
magical
darker than
darkness.
dark.
This is magical darkness, which Slobber Chops can see.
Right.
Slobber Chops don't give a shit.
Rubber Chops and I are connected.
Slobber Chops don't give a fuck.
Slobber Chops.
Slobber Chops don't play.
Smart cat, guide me through darkness, smart cat.
Boom. See? Just like that, bitches.
Hold on. Give me a perception check.
Or an animal handling check.
Or you definitely hear.
Let me see where that is. Perception.
Well, there is
What-
an animal handling
DM,
skill.
what did he hear again?
Would it be athletics? Animal handling.
Awesome,
Oh,
thanks.
animal handling
Athletics.
is 0.
You're like, wait, is that a cat? Hold on, let me do some push-ups. Ooh.
All right, I'll use the animal handling because it's also a 0, just like my perception.
All right, deal. Oh, all right. You
What, bitches?
you
As you try to move towards the hallway, Slobber Chops maneuvers between your legs and trips you.
Slobber Chops is my boy, dude.
son of a bitch.
So how does he communicate? Does he just like claw you on one side of the face and that's
He
Wait, you
taps me.
turn?
He taps. He's like,
He's meowing, and I'm like, okay, like the it should have really been perception, but you rolled, which is the same
It's
modifier.
the same
so
0, 0.
yeah, it's him listening to see like can he pinpoint where Slobber Chops is. So yeah, you managed to.
He
you
found
managed to
Slobber
find,
Chops, not me.
You found Slobber Chops. So now you have found Slobber Chops. And now, if you want to do anything, it's going to be roll a d8 to see if you hit the correct place that you're aiming at.
Do I need to roll? Do I need to roll? Oh, I may hit somebody else. Is that what you're saying?
Or just swing and hit an empty square.
Okay, well,
Because you found, so you're like, oh, Slobber Chops is here. All right, motherfucker.
That's right. Because that's what the fuck I do.
Right, because I'm like, unless you want to hit Slobber Chops, you've got a better than average chance of hitting Slobber Chops. But I'm thinking that's probably not what you want.
I found Slobber Chops. I'm going to take a swing with the shield. So
All right.
blunt force trauma.
There you go. Roll
what am
a
I
D8.
using? Just a
roll
D8?
a D8. Uh-huh.
7. Is that like which square in a circle I'm at, or what?
Yeah, no. So roll your to hit.
What am I gonna use?
It's gonna be basically just make a to hit roll. Let's see on your
D20?
character sheet. Yeah, it's gonna be a D20, like plus. It could be basically like a strength check because it's gonna be your strength plus your.
Oh, I could do a strength check. I could do a charisma check.
Yeah, it's because you're basically using your shield. Holy shit!
Oh, nice.
You hit someone damn hard.
Please hit Jared. Please hit Jared. I fucking went over there and said, boom, I hit somebody.
Shit's about to go down.
All I know is that I'm
be
glad
like, you motherfucker.
I'm glad I'm not over
Or
there.
Elsa. Please hit Elsa.
Oh, no.
Bong!
Not even in the room.
I was walking towards the sound of the cat. Oh my god.
Hilarious.
So Riz, you hear and you hear and you duck at the last second as
I am on high alert. Like
yeah, something goes whooshing right over your head.
I'm no stranger to being in magical darkness.
Hey, Mark, your mic got real quiet.
Yeah, Mark, we can't hear you.
Turn it off and then back on again.
Listen to Joe. Joe knows things.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
no,
in
he's
IT
about
and
to get
stuff.
bashed in with a shield.
Is he though?
Have you guys not been paying attention to like what Mordecai's thing is?
I mean, you know, I know we're all about to go to bed and stuff, and all these spell slots don't matter, but we could also just go to bed.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Thunder does not recognize that Mordecai is a trickster. He just knows that he tried to trick him again and take the shield again.
I'm just saying, like Mordecai is just gonna buzz out if it gets rough. Like he's just gonna leave, and there's nothing that we're gonna do to stop that. I don't think.
You of all people should understand the want to
Don't know
talk
about
the
that.
shield.
What? I wonder if the shield's not talking to me. So usually it does.
Look, I never said no. I just said statistically we have an issue here. And I was willing to talk it over, but you started slinging the chain. Hells, man. Thought you and I had something in common here.
We do. You should know that I'm not fucking around then.
All I'm saying is that if you're going to charge me 50% for every person that I may inevitably have some hand in deaths, this is going to become a problem.
I mean, listen. Just so we're clear, like
Can we start at 5% and work our way up?
just like, wait a minute. Like, am I to understand that every time we murder some innocent person, there's like this swear
I didn't
jar
even
we gotta
murder
put
her.
money into?
I gave her 100 gold just to go say hello to someone. I did the poor woman a favor. I kept the business local.
I'll reiterate:
Keep talking.
50% or one of your hands. Your call.
Might I suggest the 50%? I think it's a low cost considering any other situation. It would be your head.
You could be Captain Hook, no problem. If anybody could pull off the look, it would be you.
I was going to say, Grid's got the best negotiating position at this point.
You should be doing me a favor. Oh.
Riss is not going to get hit with the shield.
As tempting as that is, I don't know that
I still can't
pushed
hear.
my luck tonight.
I still can't hear Mark.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah, his audio's out.
no.
Who the
Nothing.
hell?
Oh, I just thought he was letting the kids run wild for a little while. I didn't know he couldn't talk.
Who is that? Hold on a second. Is it in
Man,
my
we got,
notes
like-
of people?
We have like all the technical difficulties tonight.
I don't know. That name is in my name of people. Oh, okay. Sorry. No worries.
Mark, did you get my DM?
Nope.
The other one, not
Mm.
Riss. About to fuck some shit up. My pea brain is snapping into feralness. About to go fucking berserker.
So is
I
this still
don't
Thunder's
know.
turn? I'm confused.
I still haven't seen who I hit.
You
Yeah.
damn near hit.
Well, I don't
Riss.
know. Whoever I hit, I fucking hit him.
Don't know if I should be waiting to have conversations, if I should be having these conversations, if I'm getting hit or not.
I'm waiting on
I'm
Mark
so
to
on
tell me
edge.
what happened.
I'm so on edge right now, and I don't know what to do.
Just breathe. Just breathe.
Just
It's
push
all
out.
gonna be. It's all gonna be over soon.
Joe, just push out. Okay, breathe and push on the out.
Okay. Puff, puff, pass.
Hey, Mordecai, you asked for it, you got it.
You fucking little
I
tricks.
never asked for any of this.
You fucked around, and now you're gonna find out.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that.
Find out.
Copy that. I just don't know when I can do that. If I'm supposed to wait for my turn or what. Oh no, you're still muted, buddy. What? So pull it out and then twirl it like a helicopter.
That's hilarious. If I were just in this for comedy's sake, Riss would absolutely go for a backstab and destroy Thunder.
Everyone's got these vendettas against everyone
Why
else.
do you hate Thunder?
Mordecai fucks around with Grin. Grin kills an innocent girl. Grin shoots Mordecai. Thunder gets all crazy, goes over, tries to hit Mordecai, hits Riss in the face with a shield.
Oh well, you missed.
Riss turns around and backstabs Thunder.
Did Riss get hit? No, the problem was
I don't know.
Too fast.
Yeah, Jaren,
Well,
Jaren,
no, the
sees
problem is
Mordecai.
you didn't see Mordecai acting like he was Sylvania or whatever.
Silvira Servacus.
Silvira Sylvanus. So Thunder saw Silvira and then she turned into Mordecai while he was trying to convince him to take the shield back. And he was like, "You're trying to take my shield again. I told you fuckers that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Not
but
again."
Oh,
Says the
Riss
guy
would have
who's been
known.
trying to take the shield.
Yeah, Riss walked in late.
Is
All
that
he
there's some
knows is-
shit that went down, and then Thunder threw a shield at his face. He's like, "Oh, you want to take my shield, fucker? You want to take
Fuck
it again? Here."
Boo!
Swings that at his face.
Look.
The Jaren Mordecai
Walking through the hallways.
grabs,
Why is there brain and skull all over the ground? What is going on?
Riss is
Mordecai
like,
will,
"Okay, well, Thunder's
Mordecai
got to
will
die
grab his
now."
hand and remove his hand and hand it to Jaren, and it's like got gold coins that are falling out of it. You know, he's handing you both his hand and the coins.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, the hand pops right off, and the gold coins are falling out of the
Happened to
wrist
Mark?
hole.
Mark, are you dead? Did you fucking freeze?
No, he can hear us, but he can't talk.
He's
He
frantic.
can fuck. He can.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
oh,
there we
yes.
are.
One more time.
There you are.
What?
All right, I got rid of the mic. I don't
Yes.
know whatever was going on with the headphones.
You're
I could
good.
hear
You're
everybody. I could tell y'all couldn't hear me, so I just they may be a low battery or something. So I put those off to the side. This might not be quite as crystal clear, you know.
Pretty good.
Good, man.
That's good. It's good.
Yes,
But yeah, so Thunder, you take a fucking Babe Ruth, you know, calling your shot, swing, just and you like pirouette. You do almost a full 360. Like the area that you were aiming at, no contact at all. And then the area as you start swinging around the other way, you hear somebody or something like scurry out of the way. So you're like, oh shit, you nearly connected with something, but it managed to duck and dive.
Bucket Mordecai. Then you hear him, Mordecai.
Mordecai! You can't run from me, Mordecai.
You can't run from me,
From you.
Mordecai.
Like,
I
no.
find you. I fuck you. You fuck on me. I fuck on you, Mordecai.
You're running out of
we'll get
friends,
back-
Mordecai.
Back to
Did you get
Lucius.
my whisper?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah.
Holy shit! How did whoever ducked out of the way? How the hell did they duck out of the way of a? Oh wait,
Because he
Well,
can see
because
in the dark. Because
he
if it's
swung at the
Riss,
wrong square and still nearly hit somebody because he rolled a fucking natural 20. So I was like, who's in the nearest square? I was like, Riz, fucking A, Riz. All right, I hope you have a good perception check. Otherwise, you're gonna
Riss
get
walked
fucking
in and dropped to
wronged.
the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
From a
I'm
completely errant, blind fucking wow.
I'm proficient and have expertise in it.
yeah. Rule number 4: stay away from cat.
Say hello to my little friend.
I just keep playing my my flute.
Flight of the Valkyries.
Yeah, to match the atmosphere of what's going on around me.
Oh, he's playing. There's music
It's
to
either
this.
Oh yeah.
it's Flight of the Valkyries or Benny Hill.
No, yeah, it's a lively, upbeat marching dirge.
Absolutely, that fits.
Yakety sax.
I thought about casting silence.
Oh, even worse. Darkness and silence.
Yeah, right.
And I'll just go to sleep on the floor.
We're all just gonna sit there in quiet reflection.
The best nights I've ever had. Holy shit.
I wake up in the morning. That was some fucking dream I had.
Wow.
It's like those
That's
mushrooms
amazing.
are crazy.
So I answered you. I answered your.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay. Then I'm going to then my turn's done.
Yes. Sorry.
I smell Mordecai.
I would say there's yes. You
Both
can
smells
probably
a specific scent, like a demon.
Oh, I'm always using prestidigitation to keep myself clean.
Prestidigitation.
No, I'm like your perception check got you as close as you could to try to tune in a little bit better.
I mean, it's got like a strong smell of brimstone and Axe body spray. It can't be hard to
Yeah, like had you gotten a critical hit on your perception, I would have been like, no, you know exactly where he is. Like you smell that the Axe body spray and the
mahogany's and
yes, the breath savers. Yeah,
We actually smell the smell of ass sex. That's what we smell. Mordecai. You try to check me, Mordecai. You try to take the shield. Mordecai's about to get fucked up.
All right, so we are to Lucius. Lucius continues playing the flute.
Yep.
Riz.
And you can hear him begin to, well, never mind.
I speak in the direction of would I know that was Thunder who came over and was doing that? Is he being loud about it?
Yeah, you hear him yelling,
Mordecai, rah!
Yes.
Okay, I say, Thunder, stand down. Grin, Mordecai, collect yourselves, and we are all going to sit down and talk out what happened and what will happen.
Mordecai tried to take the shield from me. He pretend to be the lady.
Stand down, Thunder. We are going to discuss this like civilized beings.
I can't see. I can't see.
I can't see.
I cast darkness on the darkness, expelling the darkness.
That's a negative and a negative. It makes it positive, right?
Yeah.
It does. It technically says that on the spell.
Thunder's like, yeah, so we're gonna go. He's gonna get his 57 Chevy. We're gonna ride all night. He says, "Oh, you got no legs. Oh, you got no legs."
When I fire it up, this one's for you, T-Bird. All right, so that is what Riz is calling for everyone to settle the fuck down.
Everybody be cool.
Be cool, bitches. Be cool.
Motherfuckers.
Tell
that bitch to be cool.
Be cool, Ringo. Be cool, Ringo.
Riz, did you actually dispel the darkness though?
No.
Okay.
You do hear a voice whispering in arcane magics, and you can hear Avante Asanase, Avante Asanase, Avante Asanase, and all of a sudden the darkness disappears. God damn this!
Good. Now I can see.
Now you can see.
I see the moon rising. I see the thunder on its way. Oh, is that how it goes?
Something like that.
Something like that.
All right, and you see Silvira, and she says, "I believe that Milord Riz has spoken words that are very true. Right now, tempers are flaring, things are very high. This is opportunity to, instead of hurting one another, you can put aside your differences for tomorrow. Things shall be very, very different. And if you do not have the trust of one another, I do not believe that you shall be able to succeed in the task that you are about to embark upon. And Mordecai, now your turn. Mordecai's like, fuck you, darkness.
I'm down. But I saw where he was in that brief instant, right?
This is the
by the time I get to him.
the somatic gesture for darkness. Darkness.
Look, I was prepared to talk this out the first time. I'm still prepared to talk it out. We just, whatever to get this night moving.
Gotcha.
I say back over to Riz. I'm looking back and forth from Riz and Jaren, actually.
Yeah.
But again, if this is going to be like an every time I indirectly have something to do with someone's death, then the math isn't going to add up. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Lucius will put down the flute and say, "Comrades, please put your troubles at ease. We've matters of import. Lend me your ears, if you please. There is a foulness at play. We must make a way to devils and imps and other arrays. This infighting won't do. You know I speak true. So what shall you all do?" And then he'll put the flute back up and begin playing a lot softer and slower.
That's why you've been quiet for the last few minutes. If I had inspiration to donate, I would donate it.
Not needed. Already given. In all caps. That was well done. Well done.
Okay, so Mordecai's looking around like I'm the kid that fucked up and is just, come on, like, stop yelling at me. I learned. I got Tourette's. It's fine. Magic
like,
Tourette's.
I came from the streets.
Yeah, no more fun. I get it.
I'm but a poor,
Grin.
lost circus performer.
Grin, you
No,
walked.
I don't-
You walked
I
into the
don't think-
bedroom.
Yeah.
I don't think they quite get this,
Okay.
but okay.
Riss calls out to Grin. Grin, please make your presence known.
He's in my room now.
You're in the room down here.
It's my old room. He took that one.
As soon as Jaren moves and Darius moves, I will gladly move.
What? Wait, I've fallen down. Grin! Oh, I can see everything now. Lucius, I thought that was you playing the flute. My lady! Oh, my lady Elsa, I was so worried about Silvira Savicus. When did she get here?
So we look so sweaty and tense.
Well, so has Grin kind of made his way back in yet?
Well, can I move?
Sure. Sure. I'll let, as a reaction, I will let you move into the room.
I don't go into the room. I just go to the doorway, and I'm kind of doing, one of these hanging on the doorway with the arms thing.
Oh, it's so sexy.
Yes.
What?
Don't
Is your shirt
dead
on or
motherfucker. If I hear Mordecai say that, I'm pulling.
I'm pretty sure you heard him say that. I think that was his outside voice.
Well, you can't do that. Shouldn't expect me not to
I can't help myself. You know this.
Grin makes them all swoon. The women, the men,
Tiefling.
men who pretend to be women, the women who
Confused.
pretend to be
tieflings.
men, pretending to be women, pretending to be men. All of them.
Just a dude.
None of them are
Playing a
immune to
dude.
spells. All right. So yes, Grin is present. Jaren, what would you like to do?
just kind of like look around the group, and I don't think any of you actually understand what is happening right now. We are literally proposing to move into one of the layers of hell, which is a bit crazy in and of itself. But the fact that I've known most of you for less than 10 days, you, Mordecai, it's like point straight at his face with a glaive. I really don't care what you think you've done. There's no reason to trust you. You've absolutely displayed nothing other than your own actions to save your own skin. As far as we know, you could have sold out the Eldrails. I don't know, and I don't care. But I do know this. If you do not pay your share to that girl's family, I'll have both your hands and your head. And you can take that to the bank. You, Grin, you're the only one out of this entire group that I even met before. Let me explain something to you. You may not have a code, but I do. I told you my price. I will not back down from once I've spoken my word. You can say it's Mordecai's fault, but it was your hand that killed the girl. You can solve this now, or I'll turn this place into a fucking abattoir.
Also walks through the room.
Wait.
Darius to his feet as she starts asking what is going on.
Who's that, Elsa?
Can we all just enjoy the first time and how long Chris Lyons is snoring on screen?
I have his video hidden.
I
have the video hidden too.
Man.
Yeah, no, all I can do.
It's fantastic. It's been forever. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah. So for Jaren, for Thunder, for Grin, yeah. In our previous campaign, this was a this was a usual Monday night. Probably right about this time, we would see yes, Chris Lyons doing one of these
chair.
It would be like, fuck, is it 11 o'clock already?
Camera only hitting the ceiling.
Yeah. Love you, Lions.
Sorry. Wait, you were saying something about something being serious.
Yeah, Elsa. Yes, Elsa is. She looks very. She's kind of looking around at everybody, trying to assess the situation as she's helping Darius recover his footing as he had tripped over the very large area.
Okay, I gotta do something about that.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I gotta clip that.
Oh.
That's the situation. Darius recover his footing as he had tripped over the very large area.
Oh, man.
That's the situation as she's helping Darius recover his. Okay, sorry. There we go. There we go. No, it's there we go.
That was
All right. Well, I have removed him from the Zoom meeting. Not that I don't like it at all, but at a certain point when it's so loud, that's when the volume reaches a certain point, I can't hear past it. So
it's pretty impressive, though.
Yeah. I don't think. Oh, I could have muted him. Damn it! I should have done that and just left.
Whatever. I'm like, is he really doing anything?
And then unmute him when the pressure and it gets a little too tense.
Right. That's right. All right. So, yes.
All right. So Grin's looking. Mordecai's there. And I look at the two of them and I say, can either of you tell me the difference between an error and a mistake? By the blank looks on your faces, I am going to assume that you don't. You see, Grin, Mordecai, Anybody can make an error. Errors happen.
Oh, error, not heir, like an heir to the throne. I'm sorry.
When those errors are not corrected, then they become a mistake. If either of you make any mistake in the future while we are in Avernus, I will execute either one of you on the spot without hesitation. See these mistakes that you make? They put all of us at risk. And if this is not something that you can live with, then I suggest you take leave of this party before we do the next steps.
Perhaps you're right. And Grin takes the bag of holding off of his belt and throws it on the floor in front of him and says, "You gents have a nice time in hell. I'm going to bed." And he turns around and goes back into the room.
At this point, Silvira will, she'll say, there was another reason why I sought to have all of your attendance. Hopefully I was not thinking I was going to stumble upon someone assuming my form, but one of my researchers who has contact in Baldur's Gate has some very disturbing information given what we have just uncovered. So apparently there is going around with the Flaming Fists in the Baldur's Gate something very similar to this Creed Resolute, which was signed by all of the Elriders and the military from Elturel, which is part of the contract, which binds them all into Avernus and into Zariel. My colleague's companion is sent him notice that one of their very close people that they work with, receiving information, said that something very similar is being passed around to all of the remaining Flaming Fists in Baldur's Gate. They must pledge to what they call the Binding Oath. Now, whether it is the Creed Resolute, the Binding Oath, or just call it the deal with the devil, it is what it is. This is history repeating itself. Whoever is
But to what end? Why are they signing it? It makes no sense. We are not fraught with undead and vampire.
They say that this is a oath of loyalty for all of the true members of the Flaming Fist who want to remain loyal citizens of Baldur's Gate against the traitorous Elton family who has assassinated one of the Baldur's Gate ruling dukes and has been working in league with cultists of the Dead Three. Now, I know that this is untrue, as you have showed me the diary of the Duke Van Tempor. All of the evidence shows that this is her machinations coming to fruition. But
who is furthering this cause now that the Van Thampers have almost entirely been executed? I mean, there's Amric who's in the wind or on the lam, or however you want to say it, but there should not be enough of the
this I do not know.
infrastructure.
This is coming from the companion of my colleague. Is low rank in the Flaming Fist, and he said that this is being forced upon all of the Flaming Fist as a oath of loyalty.
Do we still have contact with Captain Zach? Can anybody cast sending?
That's a
Not
good
not really my thing.
sending. I know Elsa has. Let's see.
I thought she could do that. I don't know if that was just with.
I think it's got a limited range though. I think it's got like a range of like 240 feet or something like that.
The one I'm thinking of, you can send you can get it's like a real short message.
Telepathic.
Message is range of 120 feet.
Message for you, sir.
Message.
I think that would be the question, ladies of Vegas. Do you happen to know, or do you have any of your compatriots here in Candlekeep that can tell us who is actually, at least publicly, in charge of the Flaming Fist at this point?
This is a very good question. I believe that it is usually the Grand Duke. But I have heard that Elder Ravengard, the Grand Duke, is currently missing. Therefore, I'm not sure exactly who the orders are coming down from. But I will ask my my retinue of colleagues working in Baldur's Gate if they can find this information, as I think this is a very good point you bring up. We need to find out exactly who is having these people sign such a contract, as this contract seems to mirror very, very similarly with the contract of those in Elturel. I believe something is happening to Baldur's Gate is just happened in Elturel, and if nothing has happened, Baldur's Gate is going to be sucked into the abyss, as well as just like the sister city. So I shall do what I can.
I really appreciate that, and I think that would be of great significance in helping us out. So I think I'm willing to call this matter partially closed this evening. Probably I'll use a quick rest. Mordecai, I believe you still owe something before we go to bed.
And she says, before I take my leave, I would just like to say that I hope that you can all very peacefully solve your differences. I will tolerate no other sort of fracas or hostility in arms or with Arcana in the realm of Candlekeep. I trust that you will obey this request from me, because this is not only a request, this is a law of Candlekeep. But I don't mean to add any more gravitas to what it is you are about to embark upon, but it seems as though it is not just a single city, but perhaps two, that now lie within the grasp of hell, and it is only upon yourselves to be able to free them. I will now retire to my chambers, see if I can scry with my colleagues in Baldur's Gate and get the answers that you have asked.
Gratitude for all of your assistance and support.
Thank you.
Just about wraps things up for tonight, then, I suppose.
Almost.
Just
waiting on you, Mordecai. Grin's paid his price.
I'm still confused on the price that I owe.
Half of all your gold right now, or a hand. I'll forego the rest of the anything we find in Avernus.
Wait, did Grin have to pay half of his money as well, or his gold?
That was the bag that he just dropped on the ground and walked off.
Oh, no. You misunderstood.
I'm trying to help you out, motherfucker. Thank you.
Shut up, you're in your room.
It's already gone.
He may have misunderstood, but I did not understand.
Killing me.
I know what I'm saying, man.
I am as about as responsible for that woman's death as you are.
I gotta kill both of them now. All right.
Again, I gave her 100 gold already.
You're a fucking liar.
I did. I gave her 100 gold. I gave her 100 gold to go knock on Grin's door and flirt with him.
Who did you kill? I wasn't even there.
I didn't kill anyone. I paid a woman 100 gold to go knock on Grin's door.
So Grin
lost
thought,
his shit and murdered her.
Yeah, he thought it was Mordecai messing with him, and then when she was like, "No, seriously, like, sorry, like, this is a misunderstanding. Like, I'm not doing what you think. Some guy paid me to come up here and flirt with you." And then he was like, he was like, I pull out my gun and I shoot her in the face.
I mean, he was like, "Show yourself, Mordecai."
Yeah, and then Mordecai was
reveal yourself. She's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
I already gave her like more than a third of what I have. You want me to give her another half after I gave her a third?
Yeah, I do. No, don't get me wrong. It's like I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go track Grin's ass down unless he's already left the building.
No, he's right there. Literally, I can see him.
Oh, I know. So I'm confused.
He's right there. I'm looking at him now.
I'm trying to like play this in my head. Like I thought he threw the bag on the ground and then left.
Yeah. So the bag. So the bag is here, and Grin is here.
Okay.
Bag.
Was that your coin purse, or was that something else?
It was the bag of holding. It's got it's got all of our stuff in it.
Oh, that's okay. That's good. I'll just collect this shit out of there.
But I mean, it's because Grin's exiting the party.
Oh, noted. Okay. So you're free to kill.
Just quit the game, basically.
When Riss said you have to, if you're going to make another mistake, you have to decide whether it's worthwhile to travel. So
I got
Grin was like, all right, you boys have a good time fighting in hell, and I threw what was essentially not his belongings.
Well, gotcha.
Mordecai actually agrees with Grin on this one. I never asked for this responsibility, and everybody's telling me that I'm suddenly responsible for everything.
You're just responsible for trying
just
to
for what
trick
you
me.
do.
Yeah.
Grin has his own share of the gold, of the party gold.
Yep. No, I got you. As I take a small leather-bound book out of my wallet and write Grin's name on it, and then strike a line through that motherfucker.
Grin thinks in his head, someone else has added me to their kill list. Oh well.
It's a long list too. Okay.
It's so many I've lost track.
And thus ended this D&D campaign.
It's gonna be awesome.
Weren't we talking on Thursday about an Avernus campaign that ended before it got started?
Well, last Monday I mentioned the one that I'd read about where.
Shut up! Fucking cat. Sorry.
I mentioned the Descent into Avernus campaign that I'd read about where they got as far as the first part where where we went into the sewers and we're fighting like the Ball, Merkel, and whatever, and you find the bag of beans.
Yeah.
So this party, they found the bag of beans, and immediately after getting outside, so they were on third level or fourth level or something. They get outside and they plant one of the beans, and it randomly creates a pyramid, like this giant pyramid springs out of the ground. They go inside and there's like a greater mummy in there in its head. So they're annihilated. They're completely annihilated. But the mummy keeps a couple of them alive and says, if you swear allegiance to me, then I'll let you live. And so these characters swear allegiance to him, and the DM is like, okay, well, that's it. That's the end of the campaign. You guys you're either dead or you're enslaved. So they start a new campaign, and the DM apparently made it kind of a new thing, but they were going to base it on Descent into Avernus. And they're like, well, the first thing you have to do is take care of this. It's 200 years later, and there's Baldur's Gate, and right next to it is this huge pyramid, and Baldur's Gate and this mummy have been at war with each other with the mummy's minions, who is, you know, and he's like the mummy's lieutenant, who is, and he named the name of the player character who'd been taken slave. That's the mummy's lieutenant, and so they had to fight their own old characters to like move on.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was that is DMing at the top of the top of your game.
Yeah.
DM.
Oh yeah.
Not that Mark is not at the top of his game.
Yeah, we're not saying
Managing
that.
us.
I mean, look, he's got a bear cat.
I do.
All right. Thunder's going to go to bed.
Actually closer to the camera than I am. He is just really this large. He is a 20-pound, 19-year-old geriatric cat.
Thunder's going back to bed.
All right. Night,
Since
Matt.
we're not killing
I'm not too far
Mordecai,
away
and
myself.
we're not killing Grin.
No one was ever going to be able to kill Mordecai. Come on. I'm a slippery son of a bitch.
Oh, he's still
That's
talking
very
shit.
close because I
don't
almost
don't know about that.
almost just rained hellfire down on the entire fucking place. So
I barely did any. I barely used the least of the abilities that I have, and I did 13 points of damage to you.
I did not decide to burn the inn down wherever we are. So
Gosh, like it feels like we're kind of almost past this, and there's still just shit talking, fucking back and forth from everybody involved. Like,
I don't like the trickster. He tried to trick me again, and Thunder holds a grudge.
And
And
you
he's
got away
going
with
with,
it too if it weren't for your little friend.
Charlie
Close.
Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and Young Guns.
yeah.
Could have killed you, Dave. Could have
Could
killed
have
you.
killed you, Dave. Could have killed you. He's like,
But I don't want to kill you.
Killed
I want to eat.
wanna eat. all right, I want to sleep. Good night.
So, do we do a successful long rest?
That's the bear cat.
Wait, do I get back to my room?
Wait, do I?
Aaron, are we done with this?
I'm like this can go as long as y'all feel is necessary.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Jaren got what Grin did, but like I threw the bag of holding. There's the only money in it. There's gold in it from anyone who hasn't already taken their share, but I don't know if Jaren knows that Grin's share has already been taken by Grin.
At this point, I'm taking it as though you just like threw down all the money in the part, like all the shit from the party, as though you're
My
like,
money's in that bag.
Well, your money was in that bag, yes.
Or was it?
Let's see. I would recommend that either Lucius or Riss do an inventory of the bag.
I mean, Grin.
I vote Riss.
Oh,
Grin's gonna try.
He's
Grin's
way
gonna
better
try
at
to
this shit
go to
anyways.
sleep.
Look, if I don't get at least 6 solid hours of sleep, I will be no good to anyone in the morning. So I suggest we all hit the sack soon.
I-
Yeah. After what he had sung and played, and and it seems like everything is not going to end in more death and blood. Lucius will stand up and go to bed without saying another word.
See, he's got the right idea.
Mordecai.
I'm just saying, he understands the importance of a good night's sleep.
What I said to the two of you was, if this error that you have both partaken in becomes a mistake, you run the risk of being executed by your own party. That is the risk that you will now hold for the rest of your time with this party. You are still welcome to join us if this error does not become a mistake.
So Riss probably.
Are these terms you can live by?
So yeah. So then Grin threw the bag down and said, I wish you all the best of luck in hell. Riss is definitely intelligent enough to realize Grin is essentially saying, I'm out.
Yes.
I don't know if, and Lucius probably is intelligent, and actually Mordecai is probably intelligent. Jaren, I don't know what his intelligence score is, but I mean, he knows, Grin knows Riss is smart, and he knows Lucius is smart. So he knows that subtlety will be easily interpreted.
Yeah, he perceives that as I hear your terms. I am doing the risk reward assessment. And with how this party is right now, there's too much risk and not enough reward. So I am peacing out.
Mhm.
Yeah, whatever. You were a mercenary. We hired you for a specific purpose anyways. If you don't want to fulfill your job, you don't need to get paid anymore.
I technically did fulfill my job and didn't get paid.
That's what people like you always say. Listen, we deal with you. We deal with your kind all the time. You're a dime a dozen. You're in and out all the time. To us, we don't even recognize the difference in your faces.
In fact, I'm somewhat doing a disservice in that I'm not collecting the money that I'm owed.
But what's cool is that Grin is going to take off, and then like right at the end of the final conflict, when Darth Vader is just about to shoot us all down, he's going to fly out from the background and knock Darth Vader out into orbit, and then we're going to destroy Avernus.
Yeah. I'm only a little bit Han Solo.
I don't know.
I'm a lot
He's
more.
going to show up trying to stab us during the final fight.
I'm a lot more. I'm a lot more Malcolm Reynolds. I'm a lot more Malcolm Reynolds than Han Solo.
That's fair.
Malcolm Reynolds is a solid character, but he was also a lot more honorable to his own
he was
code.
honorable. I would say Han Solo was much more honorable than Mal Reynolds was.
But Mal is way more loyal to his party. Like Mal would never leave his party. Mal kicked Jane the fuck out, like was going to drop him off an airlock because he pulled some shady shit.
I don't think Mal is actually loyal to his party at all. I mean, he was gonna eject Jane out the airlock. He wanted to get rid of the doctor. I forget his name, Simon. He was gonna get rid of Simon and Simon's sister. Book, he was always kind of like, you're a preacher. Preach if you want to, but I won't have anything to do with you. It was just that he was in love with the what's her name? The prostitute.
Miranda Baccarin.
Zoe?
Yeah, Miranda Baccarin. Yeah, he was in love with her, and that's why he was going to keep her no matter what, even though she was kind of spurning him. But that's a long story.
And Nara.
Nara.
Yeah. No, I think Mal was super loyal to the party as long as he saw the people who were in that party going in the direction that he wanted them to go in, because he considered himself the leader, flat out. He was the captain. And as long as you're towing his line, he's 100% loyal to you. If you get out of that line, he's going to be like, nah, no, you're not helping my purpose. So you can just walk on.
I mean, he was definitely super loyal to the pilot.
Yeah, to Wash and
to Wash and to the chick, but they were loyal to each other because they were brown shirts together. And they had like a long shared history. Yeah, I'll give you that. He was loyal there, but it's just like, Chewie. Han was loyal to Chewie. The two of them were never gonna. Nothing was gonna get between them. So. Yeah. All right. Yes. I have secrets I got to read here.
Zoe was the
Zoe, yeah.
The lieutenant. He was the captain, she was the lieutenant.
You're right. And then no, wait. Zoe was the engineer.
No.
Oh no, that was
Kaylee.
Kaylee, thank you. Yeah, I was like all the E naming ends. Yeah, Zoe, Kaylee, Washi, maybe. Yeah, that series seriously needed to have way more episodes.
All right.
Dude, that's 20 years old this year.
I don't even want to know that.
Whoops.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And they could do it.
I saw somebody had started a Kickstarter for an animated series that takes place after Serenity.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
They did like a 3-minute kind of trailer, and it was fucking brilliant because like one of my favorite things in it is that they bring Wash back, but he's a hologram.
Oh,
and
nice.
So Zoe's talking to Wash, and it's just like, you know, I'm like, wow, here I am crying over an animated series, but I was just like, Jesus Christ, like this is so amazing. Like this needs to fucking happen.
Firefly plus Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Oh my, that'd be kind of dope.
So good.
All right. Well, I guess we've like kind of landed the plane on that one on this tonight. So we've nobody got killed, but we had one guy tap out, and we had one guy be a bitch. Okay. All right, I'm good. No, I think everybody kind of like separates, goes their own way. You know, my only parting shot is the risk is like Mordecai's your problem now.
You do notice Elsa is walking over to Grin's door with Darius close behind her.
Oh no.
And so if you don't leave, Riz, you're right there. So
what did you just say? I was reading the message.
Elsa is walking over to Grin's door. Darius is right behind her. And she says, you see her say, or you can hear her, Jaren, if you would like to hear, you can. But she says, I am saddened by what has happened tonight. I do not know why you have such animosity towards Mordecai, but I have some understanding. Mordecai has always been a frivolous tutor. He has gotten himself into trouble with my protectors, but I believe that he still has my back, and all frivolity aside, will protect me. I apologize to you, sir. I don't know that Mordecai would have the courage to admit his mistakes to you, but let me do it for him. I have seen measures of bravery from you that put other men to shame. Please reconsider your decision. I will talk to Jaren, and if he insists, I will pay your ransom. If you feel that our time has run its course and the sea calls you back, I thank you for your endeavors, your courage, and your leadership.
And so Grin says back to her, and you had time to think about this. I got
You can take some time if you like. We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Inspiration for Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
Grin says, he sort of sighs and looks down, and you see some of the anger of his, from his face flush away, and he says, you are truly a leader of your people, my lady. It is a remarkable talent that I am sorely lacking in, and I applaud you for your abilities. Although I do appreciate Mordecai's aunt from time to time, his interference in my personal affairs is intolerable. If he does so anymore, I will not be as gracious as I was tonight. He will feel the full wrath of my anger. That said, it's regrettable that this young lady died. To be honest with you, I thought it was Mordecai. And in fact, I would pay for this young woman's life with his life if given the opportunity. However, I see that we do have a bigger picture ahead of us. And though in the past I've been much more frivolous and much more free-spirited, I have found myself to be a part of what is going on here, a part of this bigger picture that seems as though the world that I love, the land and the seas and the people that I love, are in danger. And if there is something I can do, if there's anything that someone as insignificant as me can do to help save the world that I love, then I would be willing to continue.
And she says, your words encourage me more than you could know. Please take my hand in friendship as equals. And know that I will protect you as you have protected me with everything that I have. And I will speak with Mordecai as I have known him many, many years. And hopefully my words will make some headway, whereas perhaps yours have been unable to. Again, I regret that there has been any sort of rift with this group, as I owe my life to all of you. Every single one of you has been nothing less than self-sacrificing in ensuring my safety, and there is nothing I can do to show you my appreciation for this. So I thank you. I thank you again for your forthrightness, your bravery, your honesty, and your courage. And if you would walk with us into the depths of hell, we shall carve an epic tale as only the bards could dream of. And my very handsome and forthright pirate, I am sure your pockets will be filled with silver and gold by the time we finish with all of this. So you will have ample money to purchase a whole fleet, as you will be my master of ships. So I am hoping that this will hopefully put an end to the matter. And again, I assure you, I will talk to Mordecai and let him know the seriousness of the situation. Although I am almost adamantly certain that you have demonstrated your absolute seriousness in this, I will just reiterate the point.
And I'd say you are most gracious, my lady. I feel inspired to continue on, and I take her hand and kiss it, only her hand. And suddenly Grin has these images in his head, and he feels like Riss is trying to put more dirty thoughts into his head than his. I looked over a couple of times. And yeah, thanks a lot, Riss.
Couldn't help it. Had to be done.
Are you supposed to be her advisor?
There's Riss standing right outside the door.
You live your life between your legs, man.
This entire session tells me all I need to know about how the entire house Elton got like fucking shanked in the middle of one night party. Like it's so clear to me now.
You're like, wow, this bitch doesn't know what the fuck is going on. All right, cool.
Wait, you mean you didn't know that you didn't understand how the entire house got shanked in the middle of the night after you found out that Thunder was the captain?
Oh no. Trust me. I was like, okay, hey, that's a significant factor. I mean, that's clearly playing into the scenario.
Connecting the dots.
And then the more that I learned about the rest of her like trusted advisors, that's where I'm like, fuck.
Jaren's like, cool. So here's your advisors. One's a psychopathic cat. The other one is a drow elf. The other one's a half a drow elf. Fuck. All right. Did I get paid already? Shit. Oh, there we go.
All right, so I guess we'll all claim long rest because we'll sleep in and
yes. Everybody gets a long
whatever
rest.
the hell we got to do to get out of this.
Unless somebody wants to start swinging. Thunder, where are you? Where are you, Thunder?
He's
I'm-
back in
I
his
come
room.
hit people with my shield.
Yeah, he's
I'm gonna
beating
tell
in the
y'all right now, we're
walls.
gonna,
when-
we're gonna end up
in
killing
his own
that
room.
cat. We are gonna end up killing him at some point in our lives. Like
Jared's list of people we have to kill in the party is like fucking hey, God, I need a bigger notebook.
At some point, I'm gonna have to kill myself for even remaining in this party.
Yeah. No, and that's absolutely legit. And I think Elsa, like, legitimately, like, she's like, she has bonded with everybody here. Like this is the first like crazy. Like, I'm sure Grin has had a whole bunch of crazy life or death situations in his time as a pirate. This is Elsa's first like, oh my God, like this is a fucking, absolutely traumatizing situation. So she has like, bonded with everybody. And so like, yeah, she does not want to see anybody who has been a protector leave. She's like, no, like, hey, you were here with me. Like, I trust you. You have shown your mettle. Like, let us see this through. So
I think it's funny that the demon-infused paladin is the moral compass of the party, and the drow is just simply pragmatical about being strategic with the people interacting with each other and making sure shit doesn't go south anymore.
And
Drow's
to be fair, devils
like,
are
Drow's
lawfully
like,
evil.
I'm just taking notes.
I was like, okay, this is gonna go into the memoirs. Holy shit.
Yeah. And I saw that shit was weird in the Underdark.
Like, boy, I thought shit was dysfunctional back in Men's of Aronson.
Yeah, what did I run away from?
Bitch's Sunside be really fucked up.
Baldur's Gate could teach them bitches a thing or two.
Yeah.
I just have this image of like having to wrap Thunder up in like my chains and then dip him in the river, in the river Styx.
The river Styx.
Nice.
Because you lose all your memories when you if you get any of the water on you.
Let me purify you.
Dropping some knowledge on people that they don't know.
No, that's actually you can actually find that in a Greek any pretty much any like random Google search on that one. That's not even D&D, man.
Or at least that's what the wiki page tells you. Let's see what really happens.
That's true. 23d10 like that's been damage. It's like, oh shit, I didn't mean that.
I'm like, if anybody has been trying to like follow this campaign by going off the fucking book, they would be like, what the fuck is going on? like where the fuck are they in the this didn't happen. This didn't. What the fuck is happening? I like to throw some screwballs in there just in case.
That's okay.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna know the difference.
That's totally true. We'll spend like 4 sessions on like a side quest that should have taken 30 minutes.
And we'll completely avoid like a whole section of the story.
Oh yeah, and then all the random encounters will just be like skip. Honestly, this shit is so much more interesting to me than like some random fight between some consequential oh, a bar patron throws a drink in your face and you're like, okay, well, let's do this. Yeah. This shit is good.
Tonight was definitely the Samuel L. Jackson like homage. It's like I'm like sitting there like thinking through that in the entire diner scene. I love that. Like, I don't think you understand me. I'm trying hard to be the shepherd. Like I was trying to be the shepherd.
But I'm trying.
The motherfucker's gonna get shot.
Because I'm the tyranny of evil men. But I'm trying hard to be the shepherd.
Yeah, actually, as soon as Mordecai pulled this stunt the second time, I sort of planned this whole thing out as far as how Grin was going to react, and I was considering like informing you guys ahead of time, but I figured it'd be more fun to just role play it through.
like when you killed her, and then you said, "And I put my armor on, and I'm going to next." It was very clear to me and Joey, like, he's been thinking about this for a while. We were messaging back and forth. We're like, this shit's going down right now.
Oh yeah, I was watching everybody's faces, and when you shot her, JoJo was like,
yeah. He
he's like,
drew
I
that
didn't
guy
think he was
real.
gonna fucking kill her. Fuck. Like, yeah, fuck around and find out, motherfucker. Yeah.
And then he makes the realization. He's like, you thought that was me?
Shit.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck,
he's gonna be coming for me next. Yeah.
He's really trying to fucking kill me.
Well, and the funny thing was, like, so earlier in the day, I had gone back to, what's her name? Viseria? Silvira. I'd gone back and said, I need to let you know, someone in the city has been impersonating you to nefarious ends.
Yep.
And then, sure enough,
which was
I didn't know that he was going to do that.
Yes, I told
That's
Courtney,
awesome.
like, because she was like, I'm not gonna be able to play. I was like, oh god, I was like, this is gonna be so great. So I told her the whole buildup, and I told her how, you know, like Mordecai was like, I'm gonna impersonate Silvira and go to Thunder's room and act like I want to, you know, I need the shield for another night. But without him knowing and without Grin knowing that Mordecai was doing that, Grin went to Silvira and was like, hey, like, just to let you know, like, somebody around the keep is like impersonating you. Like, I don't know what is going on, but just keep an eye out because
Yeah, and I was like,
serious. And he's like,
doing
oh
it-
fuck.
they're doing it for nefarious purposes, and I was like, and I think it's Mordecai.
Yeah. And so all of a sudden, yeah, which was great when he's like knocking on the door. Oh, I need to have the shield for research and blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden, tap on the shoulder, and Mordecai turns around. Oh, well, this is awkward. Which is exactly what Mordecai said when she taps him on the shoulder. Is like, you have something you'd like to tell me? Oh, well, this is awkward.
Busted.
Oh, so good. Yeah. And JoJo was like, shit, man, I hope it didn't go too far. And I was like, no, dude. I'm like, this is fucking great. I'm like, this is the shit that people write novels about. Like, like the random hack and slash shit, whatever. That's in everything. Like this, the inter-party fucking, like, you know, people at each other's throats. I'm like, no, this is fucking great.
20 years from now, it'll be like, oh, Greg, you remember when you killed that fucking innocent shit thinking it was Joe?
This is like, yeah, like the Tanis and Kitiara and fucking Raceland and everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, you said that too. You were like, oh, no, this is the shit that gets remembered. We're playing this out.
Oh yeah. I was like, no, this is awesome.
I was looking for
like,
any kind of opening just to like start waylaying on somebody, but I couldn't. But like I was very resigned that I could not initiate lethal combat. Like I had to like get somebody to draw or do something.
I really love how Jaren reacted to it, because it was kind of, so it was, I didn't plan, I just planned on shooting Mordecai once and then saying, you know, don't fuck around with me again, otherwise it's going to go all the way, which it will. If it happens in the future, it will go all the way. But so I was just going to end it there. And then that's why, you know, Mordecai tries to walk back to his room, Grin tries to walk to his room, and Jaren's like, no, I am devoted to the god of vengeance, and this is clearly a vengeance situation.
Right. Like, there we go. Fucking, yeah. Warlock Blade appears. Yeah. No, and I will totally say, like, whatever, like, if it does go to PvP, you know, like, go for it. Like, I am fucking totally down for it. That's what happened. And everyone dies very fucking early on. Chris Lockhart and
wasn't it?
Service John had two characters that were constantly butting heads. Service John was a warlock, and Lockhart was playing it was like basically kind of like a druid type character. It was a 4E character, but it was like basically kind of like a druid. And they were just constantly like talking shit, one another back and forth. And it finally got up to the point where like they were in a bar, and I can't even remember what the fuck happened, but like Service's character, you know, basically walks up to some chick who's supposed to be like an NPC contact, and he's like, yo bitch, give me a fucking beer. And and Lockhart's character, who's like this honorable druid, is like, he's like, hey, don't talk to a woman like that. And Service is like, the fuck out of here. Who the fuck are you? You go get me the beer then, bitch. You know? And so it was just like immediately, like they were like button heads. And then, but like I thought everything was squashed. And then all of a sudden the entire party is sneaking up to this glade where like there's this totem that these goblins are like worshiping, and it's like this fucking necromantic fucking totem. And like they're like, oh, I'm like, all right, yeah, you guys, you know, you're sneaking up, you got the fucking drop on them. And then Service is like, bam, I hit Lockhart with my fucking biggest spell. Just like a hellish rebuke, just wham. I'm like, okay. And so bam, fucking Lockhart gets nailed and he goes down, or you know, he takes a bunch of damage, and he's like, what the fuck? And he pops up. So they start fighting, and all the goblins immediately get fucking alarmed, and they're like, oh, wait, fuck is going on? Like, are we being attacked, or are we watching these guys fight each other? So, and then like the rest of the party's like fighting goblins as Lockhart and Service are fighting each other, and it was just fucking awesome. And then at that point, Service was like, he was like, man, he's like, honestly, he's like, I'm not exactly sure that I have enough time for all this. And I was like, dude, that's fine. And then so he dropped out of the campaign. I had his character run off, and then he came back like a year later as one of the big bads, and he was like, ha ha. So I was like, there we go.
That's pretty dope.
It's fun.
And if anybody remembers that, because I was like at 5th level, which was like, you know, 16 levels from where you guys fucking remember.
I think I joined at like 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I think I think you were there, because I think it was that totem, that necromantic totem was there was a portal that got everybody to Shadowfell the first time.
I'm pretty sure I came on right after Chris left.
Yeah. Because that was, you were like 5th-ish.
Yeah.
Everybody comes back, and then here's this fucking, I
heard all the stories.
Because I remember telling Coobs, I was like going, okay, like, you know, like, I want the people from the Shadowfell to feel like distinctly alien and different. Like they're literally from another plane of existence. So I was like, okay, like we're all somewhat comfortable doing like, you know, different, you know, like accents, you know, like, you know, whatever. Like everybody can kind of do like either an English, German, you know, fucking Russian, whatever.
Indian.
British. Yeah, Indian, you know. But I was like, okay, so I want to make them seem really fucking just completely off the wall different. So I was like, could you do like a Jamaican accent?
not well, but I will fuck it up.
Fucking watching YouTube videos on like how to correctly do this. So the first time they saw fucking Cubes' character, he starts fucking, he was like, hey, yeah, why you coming down here?
Hey, go on, you stopping, going to the party, and the God's deity, the dead people, man.
So the rest of the party's like looking at each other, and they're like, did anybody else understand what the fuck he just said? And I was like, dude, that's absolutely perfect. Because like you're speaking common, but with such a harsh fucking dialect and harsh, like nobody could understand what the fuck you were talking about. But it was great because like after a couple of years of you doing that accent, like everybody could do it. And we're like, oh no, that's no.
I also lightened it up a lot because there was a actual language barrier between the players.
It was perfect because I think that I started to understand like half of the words that you were using, and so I was able to like translate. I started translating to people. I was like, "Here's what he said."
Oh, he called him a bumbaclot. That means cunt.
Yeah. He doesn't like that guy. I know that now. Oh my god, that was so brilliant though, because I was just like, all right, so I don't know if I'm giving you too much to fucking like, you know, bite off more than you can chew, but like
that was
to make
fun.
it super alien. Yeah. Oh my god, because that I still remember that initial encounter, and because I was like, you know, watching it on Zoom, you know, where you got the screens and you did your intro, and then I'm watching everybody looking. Just kind of blank, kind of like looking at everybody else, like,
we doing this?
Did anybody understand that? What language was that?
And Mark, you're like, I get that because I gave him a list of words and the definitions, and I'm on that page.
Slang. Yeah, because you're like diving right.
Pretty sure you're making up like 50% of it, but that's enough to figure out.
Oh yeah, it was so fucking awesome because it pulled out perfectly. Whereas everybody was just like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. like I speak like 4 languages.
Out of game.
None of those are anything close to what the fuck he's saying. So
yeah, it was a good time.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Everyone's like, let's have that one more time in ancient Greek.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Joe's face like after hearing he was playing Erevan. He would just be like, I don't care.
He sounds good to me. Let's put him in the party.
You know. Yeah. He can do divine spells that I don't care about anything else.
He can do cool things. Let's keep him. He seems very useful.
Yeah.
That was a fun campaign too, because that was the one where I started out and nobody wanted to play Divine Spellcaster. And so I was like, awesome. Let's just do a whole fucking
put that in the storyline.
Yeah, like Dragonlance. I was like, the gods have been gone for like 200 years. And
nobody wanted to be a cleric, Mark?
No, nobody wanted to be cleric. There was no clerics, no paladins.
You didn't want to have like an offensively like toxic Australian silver dragon.
No, that would have been great. It just happened to be that way where I was just like, okay, so if nobody's gonna be a cleric, like the sort of, you know, the medic, the heel bitch of the group, I was like, all right, so here instead of, you know, divine spells, people have resorted to like these poultices and concoctions and potions, and so that was much more readily available until all of a sudden Shotten comes along, and he is the first divine spellcaster to appear in over 200 years. So he is the gold moon of the fucking campaign, which is cool. And everybody's just like, they're like bullshit, he's a fucking charlatan, and he like heals somebody, and they're like, he's a witch, burn him. The first thing they're like, no, he's a necromancer, get him, you know, and he's like, ah, fuck. No, it was badass.
To the point where he changed his name and went into hiding.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it was good shit.
Hey, were you going by Umbra at first, and your name was
Shotten
Shotten?
at first.
Shotten was at first, and then Umbra. Yeah.
Umbra was
at
his
first,
actual
and
name.
Yeah, yeah. Shotten is actually German for shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Umbra is the term for shadow in a planetary sense.
Umbra.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Umbra. Yeah.
Yep.
Although if you speak it with a Jamaican accent, it's Umbra.
Umbra. Umbra.
Umbra.
What's
Shotten.
what's Jamaican for? How do you say shadow in Jamaican? Shadow, man.
Shadow.
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 They got Jamaican is the patois has some really interesting like things weird things that they say. Oh, man, I'm trying to think of some of the
Kingston, man.
why you got going or there, man. Yeah, like they don't say like instead of over or why you going over there. You know, it's like, oh shit, like yeah.
Yeah, they shorten a lot of things.
Yeah, where it's like all of a sudden, like it's just all kind of vowel-y.
It's kind of, isn't it?
Oh, and instead of going, it's guan. Guan.
Yeah.
Why you want guan down there? Yeah. It's like, why you want to go down there?
Which makes me think like shadow might be shadwa.
Shadwa.
Yeah.
Shadow.
Jaguar. Great car.
It got that bumble clot Shadwa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, it was a lot of because I remember Coombs was telling me he'd spend like at least 15 minutes to like a half an hour before each session on YouTube watching
Warming up.
It was like half hour to an hour.
Yeah. How many times do you think you've watched Cool Running?
Honestly, one time all the way through with me sitting there watching it, and that night the accent came just like super easy. I felt like I didn't have to try. But no, I would have it on in the background as I was doing stuff.
Sanka, you dead man.
Yeah. Hey, Sanka Coffee. Yeah.
Sanka Coffee.
Hey Mark, how's your Strahd campaign getting off the ground?
Oh, it has not yet. It has not yet.
This
So we're-
one?
Yeah, I thought you already like ran a session or two.
No. We've been doing We've been doing the Dread or Tower of Dread,
Okay.
which is like the RPG using the Jenga tower, which is super fun. I know Courtney really loves that one because again, like D&D, even 5th edition, which is kind of pared down and has been, there's no THAC0, there's no, speed factor tables. But it's still, she's like, wait, what can I do? Like, what, and so we play fucking Jenga tower, and I'm just like, she's like, oh, I love that. She's like, you just say, go pull a brick, and I go pull a brick. And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot easier. And for those of you who aren't familiar, it's an RPG. And instead of using dice, it's anytime a character comes up in like a challenge situation, like I want to hit the bad guy, or I want to jump over the flaming, the wreckage, or I want to, heal my friend. It's go over to a Jenga tower and literally just pull a brick. Sometimes, depending on it, could be 2 bricks or whatever. But so yeah, it simplifies it down in that term, so there's no dice rolling at all. And then it also makes it so when somebody goes up to pull the brick, it's like, oh shit. Everybody starts, a bunch of clenched buttholes as everybody's like, oh motherfucker, don't you topple that shit.
What happens when the tower falls?
Whoever the character was that was trying to do whatever action, they get removed from play.
Oh,
Whether it's not necessarily dying, it is like it says like they could go into a catatonic state, because if it's something like I try to decipher this language from the Necronomicon, it's like, well, maybe you don't die, but maybe you go insane, and it's like it goes through all the different things. Maybe the character gets a job offer in a different state. It literally has like this whole list of contingencies. But there is the, like, if you get into a situation, because like if you tell a character like, okay, like, like in the last one that we played, like the characters had to swim across this like river. And so I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to pull a brick to make sure that you can swim across. And so one of the characters was like, fuck. And she gets up there and she's like trying to pull, and the tower is all super shaky. And she goes, okay. She goes, I don't think I can fucking pull anything without toppling the tower. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, so what if I don't want to pull a brick? And I was like, okay, so then you fail, you don't die, but something bad happens. So her character, as she was trying to like navigate, fjord this river, she ended up twisting her ankle. And then so for the rest of the scenario, she had a twisted ankle. And so anytime she would try to run or do anything, it was extra difficult. But then there's also it's called the heroic sacrifice. So like if you're trying to do something and you basically know that the tower is going to topple, you can just basically say, I'm going to do a heroic sacrifice. I'm going to walk up and stab the werewolf. And then you just knock the tower down. So your character is removed from the game, but it's like having a critical success on whatever it is you try to do. So it's like you stab that werewolf, and maybe the werewolf doesn't die, but it buys enough time for everybody else to fucking escape and get away, at least for the time being. So it's a fun. Most of the modules that they have are based on like different horror settings. Like there's like slasher, werewolf, vampire, type genres. But it's fun. It's super fun.
Jack and I, along with some other people, started the Strahd campaign couple weeks ago. We did session 0 and got characters made and got to the very first beginning of an adventure, pretty much.
That is one of the handful of adventures I have always wanted to do.
It's super fun. It's just reading through it, like the plot and how things go, like who your allies are, where things happen, like that's all done with tarot cards.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I have a different group of friends, and we're talking about starting it up too. And like the way
It's
that
gonna be different.
looks,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be a completely different
It'll
thing.
be different. Yeah. Yeah, it's dope.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about it.
Jay, once if and when we do decide on doing a D&D campaign, I'll definitely let y'all know, because yeah, like we plan on doing like an in-person group of like D&D, and that would be just super awesome to have.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
And Heather as well, because she was awesome. She played a draw. She did a fucking great job.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't believe that was the first time she'd ever played. I was like, what the fuck?
Once she got the sneak attack mechanic down, she's like, I'm in. I was like, okay.
Oh my God. She was just nuking people. And she's like, okay, and I rolled. Okay, so that's a 20. So then I do 6 points, and nope, and you get to roll again. Oh, really? Yep. And oh, you get to roll sneak attack damage too. There you go. So like, 33 points of damage is a level 2 character. Yeah, she was absolutely annihilating people.
Banging.
Badass. Super cool.
All right. Well, I'm out, guys. I gotta hit the
Yeah,
sack.
thanks everybody for watching with us this far. We will.
Oh, Jesus,
see you
are we
next
still
time.
live?
Yeah, we're still.
Oh,
live.
dear God.
It's been fun.
Here's a whole
hanging
bunch
out
of
with
personal
you.
shit.
Yeah. And yeah, we may play Thursday, but otherwise we'll see you next Monday.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks,
at this
everybody.
point, it's open. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank you, guys. Great as always.
Role
Thanks,
playing
Doc.
critical episode.